Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn, October 10, 2022. Work, health, and habits are strong themes in your life with current transits. Today, your relationship with any of these things can be complicated. The Sun opposes Chiron, exposing your soft spots. There may be sidetracking, a delayed situation on the job, or a minor health matter that interferes with productivity. Fortunately, a positive attitude and the determination to not let the little things get you down may very well save the day. There can be initial discomfort, but the chance for more self-understanding is real. With the Moon in your solar 11th house, a sector of the chart that rules our higher aspirations, the primary key to emotional fulfillment right now may be to focus on your special wishes, hopes, and dreams. As our mystical moon swishes her tail through the deep seas of Pisces, you'll feel her smile over to you. This is because she will be kissing you from your solar 11th house. You may feel more hopeful, euphoric, and excited about your long-term aspirations, dreams, and ideals, especially with your romantic life. Today is also a gorgeous day to connect with friends or try your hand at online dating. Any growth in connections will fulfill your soul on a basic and beautiful level. Trust your intuition about others now, as well. Invite peace into your work and life. You deserve to enjoy the work that you do, which requires you to adjust your outlook and attitude. Consider today the perfect opportunity to do so when the Sun in Libra opposes Chiron retrograde in Aries. Focus on healing your intrinsic wounds of frustration, aggression, and assertion during the opposition. Lay any perceivable issues to rest with your work frenemies. By actively working on your subconscious approach to work, you may begin to see changes in your work and life. Inner peace can translate to outer peace. While the Moon's departure from your career sector yesterday has left you with your professional instincts sharp and more emotionally and intuitively engaged, there should be a new sense of confidence across the income, work, and career fronts. A friendly aspect to Mars on the income front and to Venus, the planet of money in your work sector, made this monthly visit a lot more about the money. Today's transit creates a time of high emotional sensitivity. You might feel like curling up and staying close to home. The things that give you security will stand out. Follow your heart, but try to stay focused on your wellness program as well. In other words, if you are not in the mood to pump iron, at least give yourself plenty of hot herbal tea. Rose hips tea will help keep your energy moving in a positive direction. This restful day announces the start of your activities again. Of a mostly intellectual nature, don't worry. Today's vibrations center on an acceleration or break with elements of your past. A careful mix of attraction and repulsion in relation to memories will greatly excite you and augment your heartbeat. Everything will be possible and allowed if you really invest yourself in the situation. That Pluto is spending his last full day in retrograde motion in an adventurous part of your chart at a friendly aspect to Mercury, in his early days in direct motion in a fun, playful, romantic and creative part, is giving you the best of both worlds. This is making it easier to embrace the doors open to the past and second chances while also preparing for a turnaround ahead. Today is about looking back on what might have missed out on or regret, knowing that from tomorrow there will be a chance to draw a new line in the sand. Just as Pluto reaches his last full day in retrograde motion in your romantic sector, a friendly aspect to Mercury, in his early days in direct motion in an adventurous part of your chart, is just starting to separate. While a mix of romance, adventure, and nostalgia has been a familiar theme over recent weeks, with Mercury just days away from leaving and Pluto turning direct tomorrow, that won't always be the case. Our eyes in the sky. You might just have to take a step back from someone and regroup right now. Doing the necessary self-care work early in the morning will give you the complete view of what is going on. The Pluto retrograde ends today after spinning backward in Capricorn since April 29th. The interpersonal lessons you're experiencing are the same ones being felt by everyone around you. There are people who rub you the wrong way and others who just fundamentally get you. It's up to you to decide how to best comfort yourself through this process. How do you want to be nurtured? Breakthroughs are highly possible and reflect the unpredictable lessons of Pluto in Capricorn. A lot of this has to do with finances and feeling secure, including but not limited to feeling secure in your physical location. If you don't like the way someone is treating you, this is the time to handle the issue directly and with conviction. With activity in your house of relationships, you might feel like being more social. Even if you aren't seeking a favor, getting together with your professional contacts is a good idea so you can remind them of your skills. You may need to look to your house of appearances and first impressions and make sure you're putting your best foot forward in order to improve your financial future. Be very careful, because these skies also can indicate those who are stuck in abusive relationships. Remember to reach out to someone if you feel like you need help. You are not alone by any means, but these cosmic alignments ask for numerous independent decisions to be made at once. These two inclinations leave us feeling polarized and frustrated. It's as though we don't want to move for fear of making a mistake, even though we know that mistakes are exactly what we need to grow, and therefore, succeed. The worst thing we can do now is to bottle up our feelings to the point where we finally snap and act recklessly. Take one thing at a time. In the pre-dawn hours, the Pisces moon sextiles Pluto in Capricorn, engendering catharsis. We've arrived at the end of the road. It becomes necessary to distance ourselves from toxic relationships or behaviors for our own good. Our intuition guides us to recognize and release problematic desires or subconscious beliefs preventing us from self-actualizing. As many of us will be asleep at this hour, our dreams can communicate what we must do to break free from addictions. Before dawn, the moon opposes Mercury in Virgo, stimulating agitation. Our will becomes fragmented and our thoughts, polarized. This aspect may manifest disquieting dreams, or we can wake up on the wrong side of the bed. The moon then begins its void of course, lasting several hours. If possible, delay starting your morning activities and use this time for journaling or reflection. Getting our thoughts out on paper will help us to better understand the factors underlying our anxieties.